if you look at what we do on a day-to-day basis and what we're trying to solve, whatever the metaverse is, I don't want to try to define the metaverse because it's different for everyone and it changes for me every single day. But one thing that we know at the core for our company that we believe to be true is that the whole of the software that we build has to be streamed. So really, we're solving avatars. There's been avatars around for a long time. Avatars are really good. They're very nice. The problem is when you try to build a metaverse at scale and get 100,000 people in there. We can get 100,000 people into a metaverse, let's say, or right now our demo on a single computer does many, many thousand. The problem isn't getting the avatars in the server. The problem is getting that quantity of avatars in a format to the client that doesn't require pre-downloading. It's all about streaming. And that includes not just the avatars, the buildings, everything's got to be optimized to be streamable. And that example you gave with the video is perfect. You could theoretically say that a video is a bunch of JPEGs. I'm borrowing this example from stealing it from one of the other people on our team who really came up with it. I think it's brilliant. But a movie is just a bunch of pictures. And you could swap out the pictures very quickly. But at some point, you can't just send a whole bunch of JPEGs across the internet and expect to be able to do that in real time and put a movie together. So you have to invent a compression format like MPEG-4 that will actually compress it efficiently enough. And there's this moment when the average bandwidth per user meets the quality of the streaming or the compression format, and all of a sudden streaming is not possible. And so, yeah, sure, everything's going to get faster, bandwidth's going to get better, processors are going to get better, but there's a long way to go where a lot of the stuff that comprises what we believe the metaverse is going to require hasn't yet reached that MPEG-4 standard quality where we know that avatars need to be nearly 1,000 times smaller than they currently, maybe not 1,000, but at least 100 times smaller than they currently are. And a lot of graphics and a lot of applications and other things need to fit into a format that is streamable so that as you wander around the metaverse, you don't have to pause and ask to download something. And that would include things that you would traditionally go to app stores for, right? So normally if you want to use an app on your phone, you go find it in an app store, you opt to download it, and then it gets installed on your phone, and that process is fairly quick, let's say, unless it's a huge app, but it's reasonably quick. And then you can then launch that app individually and use it. But in our metaverse, at least the one we're proposing and putting together, just coming within proximity of an activity like a poker table or a self-driving car or some other game or some other utility, the software necessary to drive that will automatically be streamed to your computer and just run the whole It's like in the real world, when you go shopping, you don't have to download a shopping app. You just walk in the store and you start buying stuff. And Yep. So that's the way that we're going to be designing everything. And so it's all about streamability. If you don't have the streamability, I believe personally, you don't have the metaverse.